Welcome to the La Mulana Epilogue stream. I'm going to open with my usual plea for extra life donations because I haven't been very successful this year. If you happen to be watching us on YouTube, which would have to be a day or two before we're actually streaming, we're streaming this Friday, starting this Friday. We're raising money for Extra Life, and I will provide a link in the video description. Extra Life is a charity fundraiser where we stream classic games, and we in this case is me and Digital Eclipse, the company I work for. We'll be streaming classic games Friday, November 4th, Saturday, November 5th, and Sunday, November 6th, and we're raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It's a good cause, and even a small donation helps. And like I said, I don't seem to be very successful this year at raising any money, so please consider giving at the link below. So yeah, La Mulana Epilogue stream. Last week, we completed La Mulana, the first time ever for me. I was very thrilled to have been able to do that. But there were a handful of puzzles we didn't solve, so we discussed in our Discord and decided we were going to do a follow-up stream just to give maybe one night's worth of streaming and see if we could unravel any of the outstanding mysteries. Now, those mysteries are there are a few different variations on the mysteries that we're trying to unravel. There are some locations and objects in the game that are just a little sort of unusual. So we might spend a little time tonight examining those. But the two major ones are we're actually completely missing a weapon. And based on looking at the manual, we have determined that weapon to be an axe. So we might be trying to find an axe. We also got a really mysterious clue, not in our last session, but in the session before, about what seemed like a post-game puzzle. And it was we got some strange speech from Mulbrook about locating her father, the one who failed to become a philosopher. And then we found somebody, I'm going to reread his text here, who we thought might actually have been Mulbrook's father. And his text said, pardon me as I find his text. His text said, "How did you find me? My name is Dracuet. I am the one who could not become a philosopher. I created a treasure, but it was acknowledged by none, and thus I failed to become a philosopher. It is for a forbidden treasure that should neither be seen nor used. Should you seek it, visit me here. I am one who should not exist. I am hiding so as not to be found. I wait beyond the gate of no entry. Wait for nightfall is colored, in front of the statue that is unrelated to any of the puzzles, and seek out the one who watches over travelers." That whole phrase, "who watches over travelers," is colored also. "Come to the gate of the night without being seen." So that is a clue we might be trying to unravel tonight. And I wrote down some of the suggestions we made for how we could go about doing this. Chris, you had some notions that we should take the Key Ferry to, you listed a good 5 or 6 distinct locations. I have also written them down so we can do that. But before we do, go ahead. You want to say something?
I just want to make sure you have the list so I don't have to go find it.
I have a list, and if I don't seem to hit something that you remember suggesting, I wrote down exactly what you wrote down in Discord. But if you had other ideas that I didn't collate correctly, we can sort of ad hoc this. You know, we don't have a clear objective tonight, so it's just going to be wandering around a little bit. So you want to go someplace with the Key Ferry. I also called out maybe 3 locations that could also match the Dracuet clue, so I'm just going to quickly run through and show what some of those might be. And thankfully, the first one is right here in the Spring in the Sky, where we are currently located. And the reason I wanted to come here... I'm incorrect about this. I thought the Celtic Cross said that it was placed at a later time. That might be only the crucifixes are said that they're placed at a later time. So this doesn't match the clue really at all. But I did want to confirm something, Chris, because you've been using the term Oanes to reference a particular statue, and I think you mean Anunnaki. And I'm going to confirm that because the statue of Oanes is just above where we are here. I believe.
It wasn't a statue; it was a relief.
A relief. Yeah, same deal.
And I believe.
So these two are Oanes.
Yes.
This is what you meant?
It is. Apparently, he has the one. He's the one with the power to turn off the gates, the floodgates.
Oh, that's true. We did read something about that. So this is a relief of Oanes, but also in this zone there was a particularly meaningful relief, and I think I called him Oanes when we were doing our initial playthrough, but it is not correct. The other relief in this zone is of Anunnaki. So I will go there now, just to showcase the difference between. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Those two reliefs. Yeah, it is interesting that there's two of those and also two sluice gates, so maybe that is significant. This is the statue of Oanes. This is what I thought you were referring to. Or Anunnaki. I'm sorry. This is Anunnaki. Okay, so that was one incorrect possible explanation for the Dracoid clues. The other one, the one I feel best about of the three that I suggested, is actually an endless corridor, because we're trying to find the Gate of the Night, and we're trying to find a place we can slip in during nightfall, or wait for nightfall, or something like that. And I'm sorry, I actually can't repeat the clue to you because it's a one-shot clue. But I did observe that in this zone, as you progress downward in the zone, let's see if I can make that clear. It'll be clearer in the next 2 bits. The background seems to have time that progresses. So like here it's sort of like dusky, and there's actually a sun. It yells at you if you try to examine the sun. It says don't look at the sun with a magnifying glass. But if we go 1 floor lower, or perhaps 2 floors lower, it'll be 2 floors actually. It looks like the sun is setting here.
That's interesting. I never noticed that.
I should have taken that ferry. And even further down, here is nighttime. You can see there's like a moon in the background and everything's kind of dark. I can't really examine it. I don't know. So one of the things we might be looking for is we might be actually looking for a room with the name, the Gate of the Night. The other reason that this area seemed like it might fit the clue that I read is because we fought 2 bosses here, one of whom had 100 eyes and one of them who had 1 big eye. So they might be referenced by the bit of the clue that says something about the one who watches over travelers. But anywho, here's another nightfall zone. I'm just kind of looking. It looks like all the rooms are just called the endless corridor. So that's not very informative. And then there's this other statue of a big eye here. Although this is the symbol that's usually used to represent like the soul of a boss. So that might not be significant. So here's option number 2. And the final thing I wanted to examine is the Eye of Truth, because the Eye of Truth could be someone or something who watches over travelers. So the Eye of Truth appears exclusively in the Tower of the Goddess. As a reminder, since we're here, this is one of the weird locations that we don't necessarily have a solution for. And that is in the midst of this goddess statue. There's a secret door I can walk into, in which there's an empty room. So I don't know the significance of that. But over, yeah. I think Shane had some ideas. I'm sorry he's not here yet tonight. I hope he'll be joining us. But he mentioned, I wasn't sure that we solved the clue about the goddess, the statue that was placed later, or that was made of copper. I didn't feel confidently that we solved that, but he seemed to. So this is the Eye of Truth.
He pointed out one that was a different color.
He did, but I don't think I did.
Okay.
But this is the symbol for the Eye of Truth, and this appears in a few zones on the left here. And as we were solving puzzles, we actually collected an object called the Eye of Truth. That's this guy with the stone engraved with eye design. Power to see things not normally visible. But after we collected that, there were some daises that appeared here that we were able to interact with and solve a few puzzles. So that feels like kind of a weak fit to me, but I just wanted to take a quick look at all of them.
Yeah, it seems like that's done.
Yeah, there's another one on the right there. They do a little bit look like a fish to me. I don't think they're really fish, but they kind of have a fishy shape. There should be a third one up here. Yep. Anyway, that's the Eye of Truth. So you just wanted to, and we can jump right into that. We can grab some key fairies and take them to various locations. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll return to the Spring of the Sky because I think that's the easiest place to get a key fairy. And we will work out now in real time. We don't have the recipe for the key fairy. So let's see if we can figure that out. No, we know the luck fairy and the weapon fairy. That's all we figured out. It's all we've had to figure out so far. So.
Well, I thought you also figured out the health fairy last time, or at least you did something and got the health fairy.
It could have been an accident, or it could have had something put, but I didn't make note of it. So Miracle is going to be part of it, and it's not Bounce, and it's not Capstar. Those were the other two. So it's not Move. Let's see if it's McCurry. Although McCurry is a symbol of a heart, I bet this is going to be a health fairy. Let's see. That's a weapon fairy. That's definitely the recipe. So
The key fairy. Yeah.
key fairy. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. Yes. So that is definitely the solution. So you want to take it. The first place you want to take it is to the wall in the Mausoleum of the Giants that we get divine punishment for interacting with.
Yes.
Which is a mystery. Like we haven't solved anything in that area, and it is a very fishy area. So we will take this key fairy there. Although I'm almost certain I have done this many times, but it doesn't hurt to retry things. So this is the suspicious area. The key fairy doesn't seem interested in anything. I'll sort of move her around a little bit just to be sure.
So, I guess go down there.
Yeah, I will go down there next. Down to the bottom part.
I had high hopes.
Well, if it's real, you have suggested a couple that I haven't thought to, but this is I definitely tried this one before. And as a reminder, like I can whip this and take damage, and it does make like the I'm going to break this sound, but it doesn't break, and I just take lots of damage and die. In fact, I just died. That's okay. That might respawn the key fairy fast. We'll find out. So I think Shane had a theory that we could take a health fairy there and just try to outlive the divine punishment. Although I think I've gotten a lot of licks in on that wall and it didn't go down.
Let's try bombs.
We could try bombs. Usually if something breaks with bombs, but doesn't break with whipping, it makes like you are not successfully damaging this sound.
Do you want the key fairy?
I do. I was going to take it to the next place. Was there something else you wanted to try?
Not the recipe. It's not the right recipe.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. It's cool. So the next place we wanted to check out is the upside down door in the Gate of Illusion.
Gate of Illusion.
Which is here. There's a couple places you wanted to check out. Actually, one's on the way to the other. You wanted to check out the place with the repeated tablets. That's here. These tablets are still repeated.
That's just weird to me. Like, I don't feel like we ever use this clue.
I agree. I don't really feel like that refers to anything that I know what it refers to anyway. And we have an upside down door here. But that doesn't seem to be anything. The key fairy is not reacting. Gonna move her around just to be safe. Kinda nothing. I can take her to the underwater door for the goddess in the Tower of Goddess. If she'll last. We can just go get another one if not.
You don't have to do anything to activate fairies, they just sort of do their job.
Typically, yeah, that is true. You do kind of have to get them in the ballpark, and for example, when we collected the fairy clothes, we had to break the wall open to reveal the chest before she would do her thing.
Yeah.
Here's the hidden door. The door that's underwater that I don't know how to get to.
Like, I would imagine if she was going to do something here, it'd probably be like one of those blocks next to the door or something. But, I mean, she flew right through them, so I don't know what else we'd be waiting for.
I'm probably going to run out of weapon fairy, but let's see if we can get her to the statue of the elder before we do. I called her a weapon fairy again. She's a key fairy. And she doesn't seem very interested in this either.
Okay.
And the Anna's Relief is the last one. I'm definitely going to run out before I go there. But I'm going to try anyway. Oh, she's gone. Alright. So we're going to do the quick load. We're going to return to the title screen. And then continue. And that will reset the fairy timer.
Did you say you can actually play the software? Like, play the games on your computer?
No.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
I thought you said that like one of the first sessions that you could actually play those games in this game.
I don't think so, no. Not into it.
Yep. Key fairies don't like to do things, apparently.
I can't rule out that there are additional key fairy puzzles in this game, but it's kind of an annoying puzzle because it's actually pretty hard to get a key fairy somewhere. So, my preference would be that they are minimized. I'm just going to go to the right here a little bit because I forgot another. This zone didn't match the clue like I thought it did, but there is an interesting thing that I should showcase. Another peculiarity, perhaps. What? Where's she going? She's interested in something.
Well, she did a thing. What'd
She
do?
blew something up. What the heck? There's a shell here.
But it's sold out, so you must already have it.
And new software. Well, alright, we just solved something.
That's interesting.
I don't have 300 gold, though.
Can you take out a loan?
No, if we want to collect that tonight, I'll probably have to do some grinding with the luck fairy. But anyway, we did the thing like in your dream, Chris. I accidentally solved a puzzle on the way.
I told you just to drag her around everywhere.
Though I gotta say, I still do think that seeking out the one who watches over travelers is talking about the village elder.
It very well could be.
I also think so. I'm just not sure how that helps us.
Yeah, we have to find the gate of the night. This is what I wanted to showcase. So I was I fell down. Hang on. Take two. This is what I wanted to showcase. So, in the background, in the upper right here, is a ladder. Or part of a ladder. I always thought that was weird. That doesn't seem to be an area I can get to.
You can get to that floor
I
above you?
do not know how to if I can.
Can you show us the map?
Yes. Oops. So in theory, were it to wrap, it would be below, or the room above it would be the room where I got the fairy. Down here.
I don't think there's anywhere in the game where you actually dig through the floor. Like, you have the knife attacks down, but it never actually helps
That's
you.
interesting. That gate is open. I thought that gate was closed before.
Which gate?
There's a gate right here that was previously closed and now is open.
Hooray for key fairies.
But this just leads to, I believe this leads to the sluice gate over here. Yeah. Maybe that opens when you open the sluice gate. Yeah, doesn't seem to be a way to get down there. I don't know what the significance of it would be anyway. But
Yeah,
another mystery.
To climb that ladder, I would think you would need a block to push under it, and there's no blocks on that screen.
Right, and it almost looks like it's someplace I come down from, too. So what to do from here? I can try to outlive the divine punishment for beating on that block and see if that helps. Or we can go poke around the village elder a little bit. I don't really have anything else for us to try tonight.
I
go.
didn't. Good.
I was gonna say let's go talk to the village elder and see what he has to say. He doesn't know you beat the game, so he probably won't say anything important.
Well, I think this is the save before I've beaten the game, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is he doesn't know you've already beaten the game.
If we wait long enough, we might get him to make the rug that he's been working on.
Oh,
Yeah, he's still talking about the Howling Wind. Village of Departure. Just gonna poke around and look at the room names a little bit. Village Outskirts. Cliff in front of the altar. Where's the Gate of the Night? I wonder if the Gate of the Night is where we talk to Dracula.
If I was going to guess, I would say where you fought Oxhead and Horseface or whatever.
You think that's the Gate of the Night?
Well, it's the gate to hell, isn't it? It's a
It
gate.
is
It's the
implied to be that. Yes, they call a lot. They call a surprising amount of stuff in this game a gate, though. In fact, they call a lot in the Gate of Guidance a gate, so maybe I should go wander around there and look at the rooms a little bit.
What was that thing running around down there?
There was a little child. That thing?
Huh. Yeah.
It is-
So I did.
You can't talk to him. He's just a villager, I think.
So I did like your suggestion about like, or I don't know if it's a suggestion, but you commented something about like being able to sleep.
Well, it was that. I just went to sleep. Yeah, that was used to solve a puzzle. Honestly, I would feel weird if it was used to solve multiple puzzles, but it's on the table.
I mean, that is what you do at nightfall.
This is the Gate of Departure.
So it said to wait in front of the statue.
Did it?
We keep going. We keep going behind it.
Let me see. Wait in front of the statue, you say. It says, wait for nightfall in front of the statue. You're right. It says,
And
wait.
then it says, seek out the one who watches over travelers. So let's go like that, and then go talk to the elder. That's
Okay.
all I got.
I will nap.
But you got to get like right in front of it, just in case.
The music just stopped and the map changed.
Did it? So it says no map.
Nice.
All
Good
right,
job.
Dan, you solved it.
Now go talk to the elder.
Darker. to
Without
me.
being seen?
Yes. So you got to watch out for villagers too, because they have eyes. So they might see you.
Who's there at this time of night? What? A word? What in the world is a word? Oh, actually, that sounds familiar. Seek the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. I'm going to write that down. Seek the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. The fairy at the depths. Now get out at least. I need its tolerance. Sleeps every night to maintain my beautiful skin. No thanks.
I like how he tells you to get out and then goes, do you want to hear that again?
Oops.
You want to hear "Get Out" again?
Well, that was wild and unexpected.
Everybody's to bed. You can't go in those houses.
This is very interesting. Like, I've never been to this zone at night. I'm going to look around because it's really interesting. The bones that gaze upon birth. So it's probably in the chamber of birth, right?
Either that or wherever you got the birth mantra.
But also there's there was a screen with a gate title on it, you said?
The one right before getting to the elder statue was called the Gate of something.
The Gate of Departure.
Ooh, is there anything cool there?
Just the entrance to the original entrance to the ruins, which you've probably never seen because I just teleport around everywhere now.
This place was the Gate of Departure.
Yeah. Well, it's not because they moved me to a new map. Oh, there's not even any enemies. This is so interesting.
They're asleep.
Well, I mean, it's a gate and it's at night, so if you don't find any other gates, we could try it.
Man, I think he got.
Like
That clue.
I think that was the conclusion of that part of the puzzle. I think that the clue from the Elder is now to go find another location.
Where's that door go?
That will go into the
Right.
Tower of the Goddess. That's the original way we got in there.
I wonder if it's always nightfall now, or if you go into
That
the.
would be weird.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I don't believe that because they took the map away, and that would be even stranger. All right, I'm gonna go base scene. Right.
Nothing happened.
This is creepy. All right, so let's go to the Chamber of Birth, I guess, and look for some bones.
Before you
That
teleport away, just go into the next room. Like that's another level, right?
Yeah.
So if you go back, right, is it daytime now?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure that it wasn't teleporting. That it was actually like leaving the surface.
Okay. Chamber of Birth. And there's two parts of the Chamber of Birth. So where the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon Earth. The fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon Earth. The only bones I can think of that are in here are the bones in the trap, which we actually can't get at from this side. We might be able to at this point, actually. If we're even in the right place. There's a pit of bones in the Temple of Moonlight.
Where did you get the birth mantra?
That's in Tiamat's zone, the dimensional corridor.
I don't remember there being any piles of bones in the dimensional corridor.
No. The fairy at the depths. I mean, there was a very decrepit fairy overseeing the secret treasure, or the machine that creates life. Is that the same as birth?
Oh, yeah, go look at that one.
She disappeared, I think. But maybe she's back now.
Talk to the Elder at the right time, solve a puzzle.
Maybe. That's in the Gate of Illusion. The depths of the bone, the case of birth. Is that a tablet I've never read? It looks like it is.
Where?
Down a screen. So this is where the fairy was, and her room is gone. Let me go to the other initial gut feeling I got was the Temple of Moonlight. Here's a pit of bones. The depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. And there's a fairy here. Should I take a ferry somewhere? Key ferry, maybe?
But I don't know. How does this place gaze upon birth?
I do not know. I don't know who gazes upon birth. So the original clue I suspected had to do with a part of the chamber of birth. Excuse me, we couldn't access the way I went. We'll have to go the long way. I could take us there now. I don't ever spend a lot of time in this room and the adjacent room because of the swords. So there could be interesting stuff in there that I always rush by. Here's skeletons. And this is the Chamber of Birth. Okay. The ferry at the bottom of the depths. Can I walk through here? I can. Should I take a ferry here? What do you think I'm doing here? Oops. Receiving divine punishment. This seems like the right location.
Was it?
Well, it's the Chamber of Birth.
Okay.
Oh, it's
I mean, the entire
Parvati.
zone is the chamber of birth.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. The depths of the bones that gaze upon birth.
Where are you in the map?
There.
It's at the bottom of something, so I guess that's the depths. It seems weird that you would want to take a key ferry if you're supposed to seek the ferry. Like, seek does not seem like a word that indicates a company.
Seek the ferry. Where else could bones gaze upon birth? I don't know. I don't know.
We could go back to the ferry of life that we birthed to get the elixir. See if there are any bones there.
Oh, those fairies?
I mean, if you say ferry and birth, it's the only one I can think of.
I wonder if it means like a fairy spot.
I mean,
Let's look at where the fairy spots are. Do you know what I mean? Like the glowing lights that the fairies come out of.
okay.
I think there's only a handful of them. Here's the one. This one does not feel like it looks over bones. So in the Inferno Cavern, there's one in the Chamber of Extinction.
That's at the bottom.
And it is, yeah, watches over birth. Arrow of Light. Path
Birth
of
and
Life. Lake of Life. Side
Ooh, a
path.
tablet. Tablet you haven't read yet.
Or about the balancing the spirits puzzle. Seek the Fairy. Side path.
I mean, that is funny that you're on a side quest and you're seeking that fairy.
Well, let's look at the others. I don't know what bones would be here. There's one in the Twin Labyrinths. There doesn't seem to be bones there. It's a pretty bone-free zone. There's one in the Endless Corridor.
That one.
I don't feel like there's particularly bones there. There is one in the Shrine of the Mother. Kinda near bones. There's one here in Gate of Illusion. Let me go look at this one. I don't think this has to do with bones either. The fairy... The bones gaze... Seek the fairy at the bones that gaze upon birth. This doesn't seem significant.
What's in that door?
It's a shop.
Okay.
This guy's name is Bones.
Yeah, Bones is moving helper.
Oh no, he's referring to the depth of the bones that gaze upon birth. I think he's referring to the item. Bones is moving helper.
Does that guy have a skull for a face?
He does. Although a lot of NPCs in this game do.
I think his name is Bones. He's referring to one of these things as his moving helper. Or he's Bones' moving helper and you have to go find Bones.
So maybe, like, I don't feel great about this one. What does this have to do with birth?
And I don't know if it matters, but in the text, Bones was lowercase. So it seems like that would have been a clue.
Graveyard of the Giants has bones in it, right?
But it has no fairies.
It has no fairies.
I mean, unless we're seeking the wrong kind of fairy, are there lots of bones here somewhere?
We did the Temple of Moonlight. There is a fairy here. Let's go look at that fairy. At the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. I don't think this fairy is significant. Moon gazing pit. It's gazing.
Gaze upon the moon.
But not upon birth.
Do you have a place called Chamber of Birth somewhere?
There is! Hi, Shane!
Oh, yes. I'm like,
Hey, can you cast a birth here real quick?
Yes, I can. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust Shane's volume. Oh, Shane's maxed out. I don't know why I'm having volume problems tonight. Okay. Cast birth here, you say?
I am thinking of any skeletons by the exits or entrances to the zones involving birth. So, doorways.
It's just that you mentioned there was gazing but no birth. It was like, well, we have birth.
It's true. Alright, well let me finish visiting each of these fairy locations. There's one in the Tower of the Goddess, but it doesn't feel very significant. There are none in the Tower of Ruin. There are none in the Chamber of Birth.
So all the zones that go into the Chamber of Birth might have Shane's idea.
Oh, interesting.
I
That,
don't
like-
see having to drag a ferry like across the Chamber of Birth, trying to get it to a specific place before it runs out.
Oh boy.
That seems like a difficult thing a game designer would think of.
Well, let's hope not. So, final thing is there's a ferry here in the Shrine of the Mother, and to the left of the ferry is where we place the skull, which is sometimes called the bone, the dragon bone. So let me go down there and look at those rooms a little bit. I'm really annoyed. I saw this when in our last playthrough. There's a tablet here, but I can no longer read it. It sure looks like something I should read.
It's broken. I bet it's blank anyway.
It could very well could be. Alright, so this is V's room. This is also V's room. Vi.
Whatever. I just like Vi because it's VV.
No, I like your reasoning. I just never remember to do it. And this is the fairy room, which is Beelzebub's room. So this could be gazing over the chamber. Seek the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great about that either. Well, that's everywhere. So you want to look at, or the theory is we should look at the areas that are adjacent to the Chamber of Birth.
Yeah.
It looks like there's 4 exits. 4 exits. This one's going to go to Eden, I think. Oh no, this goes to the Tower of Goddess.
There's a guy bone shaped right there.
There's a bone. There's a fairy location here. What does it have to do with birth? Gazes upon. See the of the depth of the bones. At the depth of the bones.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. But gazing upon birth is anything that's near an exit of zone chamber of birth. That's all I got.
Alright. Well, here's one option. It goes to this ferry. That path didn't seem very bony.
No.
So we'll go back. Let's see, can I even get to another exit from here easily? Where is that exit? I mean, the other one is also from the Tower of Goddess. I actually think that 2 of those exits connect to each other.
Really?
I think so. We'll go through it just to be sure. But I think one side of the Chamber of Birth is connected to the other side of the Chamber of Birth.
Well,
What's up?
there's a bone.
Yep. I mean, there's lots of skeletons in the game.
Yeah. I really like that bone pit. That was the depth of the bones.
The bone pit seems like the best fit for the bones clue.
Yeah.
The depths of the bones. But I don't know why it gazes upon birth then.
No, neither do I.
The women who gaze, there are women who gaze near that location. We struck one of them with a shuriken.
The ever smiling face.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so here's exit 1, and I bet that's going to take us right to the other side there. In fact, it doesn't even have a number over the door. See, that just took us there. And as a reminder, I don't know when Shane dropped in, so this is the most bones I can find in the Chamber of Birth. Are these 4?
Can you scan that picture in the background?
Yes. It is Parvati, the wife of the god of Shiva. She became the goddess of destruction or something like that, or vengeance or whatever, when we triggered this trap, and then she turned back.
Parvati, the fairy of bones.
Fairy. Is it a fairy?
So we missed the first half hour or so. Did you drag key fairies around, or have
We did. We went everywhere that Chris suggested. We found one location that was activated by a key fairy, but it was none of the ones that he suggested. It actually converted, this is fascinating, it converted a shop. It changed the inventory of a shop, but I don't have enough money to buy it. It was a piece of software in there.
It is very interesting.
Let's see, I actually been ignoring the doors. The doors might be significant too. So that door leads to the Hell's Gatekeeper area, and this goes back up to the Tower of the Goddess via the Graveyard of Giants. Oh, interesting. The depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. Could that mean the Graveyard of Giants that overlooks the Chamber of Birth?
Now where are you gonna find a fairy? Seek the fairy. Do it. Seek the fairy.
Alright, I'm seeking a fairy. I'm getting my
please
butt
all
kicked by
condoms.
this dude here. Seek a fairy. Seek a fairy?
What's that floor thing above you?
There was a laser shooting out of that before. This is the interior chamber.
Stupid idea. Fall asleep.
Fall asleep again?
Jane missed it, but we did wait for nightfall in front of the statue of the Elder, and it worked by falling asleep in front of the statue of the Elder.
Fairy? I hear a fairy? I could take a key fairy here. Interior chamber still. In the depths.
Did you
Oh,
talk to the
interesting.
elder after
This is
taking-
making a noise. I can destroy that.
The Elder's the one that gave us the next clue.
Look at that! I connected these two areas. That's convenient. I didn't know you could
The
do
Elder
that.
was the one that told us to seek the fairy, the depths of the bones that gaze upon the chamber of birth.
He said something about a word too, right?
Yeah. A word? What in the world's a word? Oh wait, that does sound familiar.
I'm gonna go in that door up above us. This is where we met the crap giant. We can see his clue again. I'm getting claustrophobic here. When we were building the tower, we decorated with statues of goddesses. Although someone made one copper statue in a different shape. If I remember correctly, the person was good at using weapons. It said they hid a treasure there that could power up weapons. Really? Is it just me? Is it really cramped in here? So Shane, we
Well-
discussed before you joined us that I don't think we ever found the copper statue. We
But you
did find a
an
spalder.
item.
Yeah.
Where's
Which
that?
I can take us there. It's actually very near the top. The spalder was over here. The statue's in a different shape.
Yeah, I think that means not of the goddess.
In the Tower of Goddess, there's a statue of a different shape. Well, let's look around the Tower of the Goddess for a moment. See if we can make sense of that clue.
I mean, they are all pretty much goddess statues.
Except for this one without a head.
Yeah, it used to be a goddess statue back in the day.
Arm is pointing in a different way as the others.
She kind of is. That's a good observation. Everybody's got a raised arm except for her.
Unless the other arm is broken off and it would be pointing. It does have that empty room, which makes it extra suspicious.
Alright, we recently went up the other side. I don't remember seeing anything interesting there. I will do it in a moment if we don't see anything down here. More goddesses. A submerged door. A broken tower. That goddess looks different than the others. And I get divine punishment if I smack it. And more goddesses. Does that goddess look like copper?
That's what they said. And it should be green by now.
So they're kind of all this color, so that doesn't really narrow anything down.
Tell if it was copper if you could lick it. Taste the statue.
So kind of only two statues of the goddess are. Here's one. Here's another statue. There aren't many statues of the goddess left, though. Good at weapons. I mean, do you think they're referring to the scales we balanced? That would be silly. Why would you call that a statue? I mean, we definitely found a good weapon here.
Yeah, I don't think that looks. What did we get?
That's where we got the flail.
Oh,
Yeah, what was the clue again?
About the statue or the fairy?
The statue.
The statue said, I'm getting claustrophobic here. When we were building the tower, we decorated it with statues of the goddesses. Although... I lost my place. Although someone made a copper statue in a different shape. If I remember correctly, that person was good at using weapons. It is said they hid a treasure there that could power up weapons.
that definitely seems like the scales then. I'm not entirely sure why it'd be made of copper.
Well, that
so
didn't
I'm not
power
sure.
up weapons. That was a
Didn't power
powerful
up-
weapon.
Oh,
The Spalder powered up weapons, but I don't know why the Spalder correlates to that clue. But yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
Shannon wants to know if it's not that thing. I know that thing lights your lantern. But is
That's-
it possibly a statue?
It could be. I don't know what that refers to either. Then, like, we're not very near where the Spalder was, if the clue refers to the Spalder.
I think it's interesting that you've been everywhere and haven't found another shaped statue.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like that should be obvious just to find another shaped statue.
We had two. One with the arm slightly lower, and then the one at the bottom, which was a whole different pose. So if there's only one, that would make it obvious, but now there are two to consider.
I guess, I mean, you're right. Different shape could be different pose. I was thinking it just wasn't the goddess. They only attack you if you turn back. It says so on the tablet.
I'm getting a weird reaction from that wall.
Oh. What kind of weird reaction?
Like, not that.
Oh,
Do
I
you
see. Yeah.
What the?
Somehow.
But why? Why though?
It's faster.
I get. Oh wait. Oh no, that's we already know the mattress there. Yeah, that was a shortcut. That's funny. Never found that before either.
Yeah, I think this. I can't quite tell if the color is corroded copper.
It looks to me the same as all the others, but that doesn't narrow it down, right?
It does have a green and yellow hue to it, but I always thought that was just lighting on it.
It's a different shape.
But what does that mean? Well, anyway, let's figure out where our bony fairy is. I'm gonna take us back. Go ahead.
I mean, take your key fairy where you want to take her, but if you end up going by the elixir of life, stop by and see those fairies.
And this
You
is
like
the
this
best
bones
bony
up.
pit I can think of.
So, among the places to take key fairies, did we take one to every weird empty room?
Define weird empty room.
Like the empty room behind the broken goddess statue.
And the one that makes a scream.
Yeah. Since
I-
they altered a shop's inventory,
That's-
I wonder if they can alter the contents of other rooms.
That's a good observation. Let's do those things. I think we accidentally took one by the goddess who is empty, but we should definitely try it.
Get closer in case fairies like to be close or something.
It's wild how many things we're finding. You know, we're not making like massive progress, but I would not have guessed we would have found 3 new things already tonight. Alright. Tower Goddess. Where's the fairy? Here she is. Doesn't seem to be into that. The other one is in the Gate of Illusion. Get through this way? Yes. Doesn't seem to be into that. Let me take her to the bone pit.
Just in case.
Sorry, what?
While we're here. Enter the room, just in case. Okay.
I still hate that it didn't affect the upside down door.
Did you try the upside down door? That was on my list of things to do.
Yeah. Bone pit. did anything here. I don't think I can get her to the end of the Chamber of Birth, but we'll try real fast. Is there a faster way to do that? I can't think of one. Find the fairy. Seek the fairy. Seek and ye shall find.
Do you think the phrasing could mean like seek a fairy's help in the depth of the bone pit or whatever? Could mean bringing the key fairy like you're crying.
Stay with me.
It's amazing she can keep up with all the teleporters.
She
Aw.
left. That was the worst timing. Oh boy. I'm going to do that again because I am unsatisfied.
So, you've continued. Did you save after she changed the shop?
When you so every time I teleport, I touch a save point. Every time you touch a save point, it does an auto save.
Okay. If you accidentally get 300 gold, we can go buy some software.
And again, if we run out of things to do, we can purposely get 300 gold. We also don't have the gun. We haven't talked to Mulbrook. I can go talk to Mulbrook. She might, because she gave us the first clue. She might give us another clue. She did comment on the Gate of the Night clue. Alright, what do you say, Fairy? Anything cool in here? She doesn't seem interested in the bottom. Anything? Alright, we'll go see Mulbrook.
That fairy just doesn't want to help.
Now nope, she's not giving us a clue about it. Boy, that looks over birth. Bone pit that looks over birth. Bones that gaze upon birth. What could that mean?
Hey, it's a picture of your spellcasting stick.
Yes, that's true. Bones that gaze over. Oh, I wanted to look at. I kind of dodged it. I wanted to go to the moon gazing pit. Rather, the Tower of Moonlight, and look at where the women's faces were. Temple of Moonlight. Which was like here. This is also the moon gazing pit. The bottom part is probably called the moon gazing pit because of the faces that were here. Yeah, the whole thing is called the moon gazing pit. Seek the fairy at the depths of bones, the bones that gaze upon birth. And just to indulge Chris, I'll go to where the birth mantra is. So I'm kind of at a loss here.
As am I.
Birth. The depths of the bones that gaze upon it.
What's up that ladder?
Another room.
It doesn't really seem-
Hululu's room.
Doesn't seem very bony.
Let me see. Let me see if we can recur this clue.
Ooh. Try what you're trying. Then go back and try to talk to Dracuette again.
I could do that.
He says, "Seek me here," and we've done stuff.
So I can make it turn night again. That's a good sign. Seek the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. Boy. Well, we can get that clue again. Yeah, I can go see Dracuette. Or try to, anywho.
Yeah, I mean, you said you couldn't.
I can't.
couldn't
I
get
couldn't
back
go
in
back
that
in there
door.
before. Yeah, that's true.
But he also said, "Seek me here," so maybe now you can.
Where did we get birth, the mantra?
That's where we were just looking in the dimensional corridor in Tiamat's zone.
Ah,
Oh, you know what? I know another. There's another bone pit in this zone. I don't think that matters. Dracuette was here. Oops, I missed. I can't go back in. But there's a bone pit here. Oh, Oanas are here too. That's interesting.
I heard the chime when we entered the room. What happened? Is that normal?
That's because I triggered this trap.
Ah,
Oh, it didn't trigger again. That trap.
okay. Make sure you don't do that.
But here's some extra Oanas reliefs. I can bring the fairy there. This is...
Yeah. Well.
Oh, they're in the background. Interesting. They're not in the foreground.
I wouldn't expect the fairy to interact with the reliefs, but I could be wrong.
We can try to get this money here. This is a really hard one.
So you just have to fall and push left.
You can't control your fall when you're dropped. I know where more gold is too. If we're doing the gold run, I can Get some pieces. Shane told me to go back and get this a while ago, and I never did.
Also, earlier today, you said you saw a tablet you hadn't read yet.
Yes, I wonder if I can remember where that was. I think it was in the Chamber of Illusion. Oops. Oops.
If the bombs can work on a wall, do they always blow up upon contact?
I think so. That wasn't very many.
That's good to know.
158.
Yeah, you got 30 there.
You wanted me to find the tablet I didn't read.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not important, but might as well look.
There.
There it is.
I didn't read that.
Oh, very good.
It just talks about the device that creates life.
Is that device not birth?
It could
Yeah,
be.
it's-
Like we
be
looked at
both.
that area already. There was a ferry there too, which was whoops.
Was there?
Not when we looked at it recently,
Oh,
but when we originally
that's
solved the puzzle there.
What did we get from solving that puzzle?
We got the cog of life, and that let us turn on the machine that creates life, and that made these guys start to show up. So we needed to
It'd
do
be
that.
funny if we're just solving the puzzle for this thing, like somehow you get a word here or something.
But the ferry's door has gone away. Boy, they spawn a lot of dudes here. This would be a good place to grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go get let's go get a money ferry then. We'll top off here. Get the software we don't need, we don't have. We'll buy the gun. Ponder what ferry at the depth of bones gazes upon birth. Let's see. Remember the recipe for the money ferry? I think it was this one. That's right. Yes. And that is definitely a good place to grind, it looks like. Oh, so much money. Secret of life. Creating lots of money.
We knew they were gold golems.
Alright, that's enough for the software. Oh, Barry's gone. We'll get the software.
You do have that shell in your inventory, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's the same as the shell horn. That was not in the fish's inventory before.
Wasn't it?
It was not. He sold weights and 2 items. He didn't sell anything useful.
I thought he was the protector of the horn, and you had to do something, and he opened up a shop, and that's how you got it.
No, he was just like a random hidden shop. Apparently, I needed to bring a key fairy there and had no idea.
I'm gonna watch that episode again, because I swear that he was the protector of something.
Alright, you got another piece of software that I've never had before, so congrats. I don't have La Mulana, that's probably the last piece of software. I'm just gonna run to the surface and see how much the gun costs just for the sake of adding crap to our inventory. I mean, I know it's not 50, but have a sense of how much more than 50 it is. It's only 100. So I'm gonna quickly grind that up also. The bullets are probably expensive. I bet the bullets are 400.
You don't think it just drops?
They do not drop. It does do a lot of damage. I want
I
to.
assume it only shoots straight forward.
It does. Oops, I forgot. I missed a step. If we don't have anything to do next, I'll try chains, take a life fairy to the wall and beat on it for a while. Plan.
I still don't know what that one does.
I thought a key fairy would have helped there too.
So much money.
There we go. She's done.
Okay. One gun, please. Yeah, we have a gun. bullets cost 400. Yes, that's what I remembered. Alright, I'm gonna save actually.
Did that shop always have bullets?
It had them, but they were sold out until you buy the gun. Does anybody have anything to suggest other than whacking on the wall?
The upside down door is still stuck with me. Run around there and whip for anything that might break. I don't know, there's got to be something around it.
Get the loot.
This area to the left here is weird too, because I don't think I can... I can climb up there with a ladder. And then fall down, but why would I?
Take the key ferry up to that notch?
I don't think I did.
We did not. We walked around this screen a lot.
We passed through that area, but I think I kind of hung to the right here. Wish I could get this, like, this block feels like it could matter, but it doesn't. Because once you move it to climb the ladder, it's there forever. There's really not anything here. Like, I don't know what I'd be whipping.
Yeah, that's all the walls you've checked already, so that's it.
If the life fairy doesn't pan out, I would like to take the key fairy to that little alcove and see what happens.
Alright, we'll do the life fairy thing, and then we'll do the key fairy thing.
So in general, does the software just, you do combinations to get effects, or do they actually have their own individual effects?
I think each software has an effect, and then combos have other effects. Yeah. Wasting my fairy time. It's okay, it's gonna be able to hurt me faster than she can heal anyway, so. If this is part of the solution, it's not a timing thing.
I bombs or katanas.
Well, I'll start with the whip, but yeah, we can try all kinds of stuff. Because the whip I can whip really fast while I'm invulnerable.
Well, it blew up on contact.
Oops.
Yeah, she heals you pretty slow, doesn't she?
Heal rate
Ah, she quit.
is the defining factor. And what does the tablet say
Yeah, I
again?
can shoot it. Sorry.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the gun's extreme burst damage might be what I assume it does extreme damage anyway.
I think that breakable things don't like have health. I think they have a number of hits.
Okay.
Really?
I
mean, it's
think.
weird that bombs and katanas work on certain things.
Well, I don't understand the katana. Oops, dang it. I don't understand the katana thing. I think it's just like the angle you hit it at or something. but things that you blow up with bombs, when you like hit them with normal weapon, they make the ineffective sound.
Let's see. I assume if you leave the screen, it resets the hit timer.
Right.
Number.
Maybe I'll take a nap here. Oh, Shane wanted to read this thing. Yeah, it's just about the water and the towers and showing how they're connected. Take a nap.
What's the symbol in this room?
What is the symbol?
Yeah, on your map. There. Oh, it's that thing.
It's the crucifix. Oh, wait, I'll hang on it. Right?
Yeah.
Do I approach this from the other side? Is that a possibility?
You're asking like we know.
Well, that's how streaming works, right? It's audience engagement.
Yeah, that does look cool.
I don't know
Well,
how I
when
would
you're-
strike that.
You can't shoot shuriken from the ladder, can you?
I think they'll hit the near wall.
Earth spheres will hit the floor. Will they go through?
They go through.
They go through the whole of that thing. That doesn't mean it's the wrong idea.
Nope.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything there.
That's not how scale works.
That's how a La Mulana scale works.
Jump on it, it gives you a weight and it never reads out again. And jumping on it doesn't make it heavier.
It reads out again, you have to leave the room though.
I hate it when I'm cooking. I have to leave my room to get the scale to work again.
Alright, well, I'm coming up empty. Oh, we wanted to get a key fairy. Let's do that. We did find some stuff, though. That's kind of zany.
If you have room in your memory, I would equip the new software and see if it randomly does something cool. It sounds like it'll make you hit harder. You don't be able to tell. Well, that did something.
It did. It's a combo, but I need this software on pretty much. We're taking it to the Gate of Illusion. Anything cool here, Fairy? Yeah, she don't seem in anything.
Land on the spikes.
Land on the spikes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love that.
Showing your
I don't-
courage.
Kill all
Right.
the monsters?
Easier said than done in this layout.
I don't know, jump at it. Do scan it. I don't know whatever makes things Interact with key fairies.
They interact automatically. You just got to be in the ballpark. I mean, I suppose I can like use items on this.
Go to the bottom. I mean, it is upside down. I know you were at the bottom last time, I guess.
I kind of hate doing this kind of thing. You know, if you solve a puzzle, it's cool, but I prefer to think through things than try everything.
I'll be surprised if any of this works anyway. This doesn't seem like the right approach. It's got to be something else. I don't see anything else in this room that would make sense. Nothing has a key scratched on a background wall or anything.
Can you destroy that? Okay, just checking.
Sure, above you has a slightly different color. Oh no, that's just the same direct
So
effect. It's in multiple places.
the layout of this is sort of like a tower. Is there an inverse of this above it? After the zone is flipped. No, it just keeps getting bigger, huh? This goes, I think this, I never went through this in this game because it's a bad loop. But this ladder goes up, like, to the beginning of the zone. Here's an inverse tower. Here's an inverse tower. And then your right side up towers.
She's gone. No? Yep, she's gone.
And like all the heads are upside down in the background and in the foreground until here. This is the
Well,
first
the
right
background
side.
one's still upside down.
Oh, you're right. But this is the first right side up foreground one.
Nothing else for me here.
And this one's upside down. And these are mixed. That one's right side up.
What is the opposite of this zone?
The gate of guidance. The entrance, the very first zone.
Did we do the thing where we map out where the upside down tower is on the gate of guidance?
That's an interesting idea. Okay. Let's do that. Good idea. Now that we understand the silly crucifix thingies.
I don't understand why they have to glow. It's unimportant.
Alright, so we are one up and to the right of it, would you say?
Yes.
Alright, to the gate of guidance.
Right below you, right?
Should be two below me.
Yes.
Oh, and there's these matching sort of like upside down pyramid things. But then we're here.
Yeah, it's just... That guy? Who's that guy?
That guy is an ancient Mayan airship. So weird that there's an upside down door.
You know my idea is to bring Key Fairy here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't have anything better to do at the moment, so we'll do whatever.
Everywhere you go, you could Key Fairy and fall asleep.
I did want to take her to that spiky pit there.
Okay.
With the
Oh
bones in
yeah,
it.
we never made it, did we? Forgot we hadn't made it.
Oh man, it's so great knowing the recipes for the fairies. Depths of the bones that overlook gaze upon birth. Alright. We are here. She is not interested. But
Okay, take her to your spot.
I want her to take her here. Not here. Here. Not interested in this spot either. Seek the fairy at the depths of the bones that gaze upon birth.
So you never made it to the other side of that pit trap with her.
Oh, I
Oh,
did.
you did.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, you did.
Gaze upon birth. Bones that gaze upon birth. Oh, we go to the statue of the woman.
Okay.
Or the, I'm sorry, the pyramid of the woman. There's like a uterus in there.
Sounds birth related.
I don't know why there's bones in there. It is always weird though because I can't use a weapon in... I can't use a weapon... Oops, that was wrong. I can't use a weapon in the Pyramid of the Woman. I receive divine punishment before I swing the weapon. But there are pots in there. So that always felt a little odd to me that I couldn't break those pots.
You try any of your other weapons, or you just get divine punishment for all of them?
You get divine punishment if you swing anything. But anyway, here's a uterus, right? Ish. That's where we slept within the woman. And like, for example, here's a pot, but if I swing... Oh, I can hit the pot. Interesting. I just take massive amounts of damage. That's fun. And this is near the bony pit, but I don't know where the fairy would be.
That ladder had a woman picture on it or something.
Yeah. That was where we used the statue of the woman to make the ladder appear. That let us go up here so we could sleep within the woman. Because otherwise, even with the double jump, we can't get up to this area. But it doesn't do anything for us now. Bones. The depths of the bones that gaze upon birth. I mean, it kind of feels like it points me over to this bony pit again. But I don't know where the fairy is. I didn't try going up, I guess.
Can you?
There's an alternate route I could take. The depths of the pit.
depths of the bones.
The depths of the bones. Is there something here that's an entrance?
Throw a bomb in there.
I don't know what it seemed like it hit something, right?
First one did.
Doesn't seem like it's accomplishing much. Oops. Oh, there's more hidden money here I forgot to collect. Oh well. Don't need money anymore. I can reveal it, I guess, for the sake of completeness. This one's really hard. Let's see if I can pull it off. I think there's money there. I could be out of my mind.
It seems weird, unless it is a one-shot reveal, because otherwise you never get 2 shots off before you fell. Still don't like the Earth Spear.
You
It was
don't
only
like it.
useful for one thing, and it wasn't very useful.
There we go. That was a good amount. Is that a door? No.
In the endless corridor, you thought that the other thing looked interesting and might be a door
In the endless corridor.
in the bottom of the endless corridor. With all the horses.
Well, let's see if we can get there. We're very badly injured. But we nearly have a life up, so... Oh, I didn't think something looked like a door. I thought it looked suspicious.
Well,
It-
you
it-
thought it looked suspicious. I thought it looked like a door.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, though.
See, and there's even a key fairy just for this suspicious-looking place.
Oh, you want me to bring a key fairy here?
I mean, eventually. That's what I want you to do all the time.
Everything's key fairies. It's always key fairies with you.
We've used everything else to solve puzzles. What we got left. I mean, everything you use seems to have a certain way to use it. And interacting with just random pieces of background seem to be the key fairy's way.
That thing
That
I said looked weird.
It does. It looks very suspicious.
Well, I guess I'll take a key fairy here.
While you're here, just try to press up or whatever to do door interaction.
I did.
Okay.
I mean, here's a long bunch of pots, too, that don't seem to serve any purpose. Like, this to me looked like that thing that you called out that got us through the rest of the game, right?
I mean, it doesn't have the rivets on it, but yes, it still looks in board shape.
Alright, Key Fairy here.
You could use the one in the endless corridor.
Is it your preference that I do?
No, it's just that you're going to have to go past it, I think, to get where you're going.
That's true. Yep. Ah, I forgot the thing. Fine, we'll do it your way. Might actually have to dodge some of those blades, because I won't have a life fairy. Because it looks like one of these, right? Maybe I should use the key, key of eternity there. Okay, I need to turn on the software. Oops. Did not mean to do that.
You can probably re-engage your software now.
Okay. Interested in any of this key fairy? No? Nothing? How about here? Nothing?
Just go beat up the pots.
Beat up the pots?
Maybe she likes Queen Tunnel. I don't know.
How about over here? Is any of this interesting to you?
It'd be nice if they let you know you were somewhat close to a secret. You think you can play hot or colder.
Well, I meant to jump to the side there, but I guess I'm not gonna. I guess I didn't try here. Let me teleport there real quick. The key fairy here, where the bone is. I think I'm gonna run out of time, but I'll try to get there real quick. Oh, she's gone already. Oh well.
It seems interesting that it says bones, plural. There is, when you first came into this map, there's a pipe with a skeleton head sticking out of it. Skull.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, let's see if I can get back there.
Right there.
Yeah. There's several of those. I mean, there are a lot of bones in this zone.
Does it connect to the chamber of birth?
No. I mean, we saw all the exits of the Chamber of Birth.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
That we know of.
And you took the key fairy to the empty room that makes a screen.
We took her to the room. Yes, we did just recently. And more hidden money here. Should be. There's a katana here. I do. Here's another weird katana thingy.
How did you know that was there?
You can kind of see it. I don't. I'm sure I have, but I'm gonna go smack that wall with a katana.
We're going to smack a wall that you know hurts you. I'm sure are taking a lot of damage.
Won't kill me in one shot.
You think it only takes one shot?
I feel like if we... I'm not sure. I want to feel like if we solve this puzzle correctly, we won't take divine punishment at all.
Did it make the little dust particle that...
Yeah, it seems like I'm damaging it.
I think it's just a mean trick. Just to teach you how divine punishment works.
Maybe. It seems weird that I can smack something and it makes the, like, you are dealing damage noise, though.
That's and you get divine punishment anywhere else in this room?
No.
That is interesting, then. Why have the eyeball? What's that arrow? Did we solve a puzzle with that?
Yeah, that let us open the chest. It's connected to a switch above. It was like a two-part puzzle. We hit a switch here, and then we hit a switch up where it leads off to the, almost to the north, to the room above. And then came back, and then we could open the chest that way.
Can we scan these murals?
Yes. No, I don't think so, but we can try. I can scan the alien-looking thing up here, for sure. But I don't think there's anything on this screen I can scan. I can scan the crucifix. Oh, I got something. Oh, it was the Eye of Judgment, I think. Yeah. It's funny that we almost immediately got another clue, but I really have no idea what it's referring to. Fairy and a pit of bones. Doesn't add up to me. And we didn't look around the graveyard of the mausoleum, or the graveyard of the giants very much. There are big bones in there. Like there's some bones.
Where
Up
do you
here,
see bones?
sticking out.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
There's some bones. I assume those are bones.
Well, they seem like hand bones because they're connected to the arm bones.
Like, that's a big
Yeah.
bunch of bones right there.
Have you ever opened that chest?
It's a trap chest. It's a fake chest.
Oh.
And the answer is yes, I actually did it on stream. Here's some bones. Third tomb. Still more bones. Bones everywhere we go.
There's no fairy in this zone?
No. No birth either.
The bones that gave upon birth. You think if they're bones a gazing, they must be skulls. They have eyeballs.
There was a puzzle we solved with a skeleton with an eyeball that was in this zone.
It's at the bottom of this,
Yeah.
this level here.
It was this one.
But
Because this clue actually says, "My eyes are not hollowed out holes," and he had a little eyeball in his socket. But we cured him.
yeah. But I mean, none of this seems to gaze upon birth. Cast birth.
It's weird that his arm is something you can stand on.
That's probably how you get the eyeball out, right?
Could be. Well, we got about 15 minutes before we call it. I suspect we're not going to make more progress. But
Have you talked to the elder in the daytime?
if y'all think of something, put it in the Discord and we can... Yeah, he's still talking about Helenwyn. We can always come back and do a one-off stream sometime if we feel very inspired. I mean, we did find like 3 or 4 things tonight, which is kind of crazy. I'm excited about that. I have more mastery of La Mulana. But we have not perfected it. I can't believe it feels like like I feel like we're on the trail of something like really weird doing all this stuff. Like a post game something, or you know, not critical path stuff. I feel weird that we don't have the 4th weapon.
But you said there's that difficult zone. Maybe that zone has its own weapon.
Maybe. I don't know how I got there before. I remember getting there, but I don't know how I did it.
You know what would be a silly lark to do it sometime in this game?
What's that?
Get as much ammo as you can and shoot the last boss in the face a bunch. Just like, I see you are an ancient goddess that created all life. I have a gun.
I feel like I'm trying to remember. I have vague memories of getting there from the Gate of Guidance. Boy, I wish I remember how I did it. I don't think I even knew how I did it at the time.
At what point are you willing to go look things up? Hey, look, bones.
There are a bunch of bones up there. This is the Heavenly Temple of the Cross. You are not wrong. I'm not gonna ever look things up. So if you do look things up, please do not tell me about them. Oops. Now that's
To the top.
interesting. Why did I get divine punishment there? Sorry, what'd you say, Chris?
At the top of the ladder on this screen looks like a sluice gate.
Yeah, there's like a little squiggly thing there. But it's in the background. Did I enter another statue's mouth? Is that how I did it? I don't know how I would have. This guy, maybe? This guy's a skeleton. What's he looking over? Nothing interesting. Pit of the Holy Grail.
Oh, Holy Grail is life.
And it doesn't get low enough for me to go in this guy's mouth. Just trying to get in all the giant's mouths. That guy's mouth is closed. Let me pepper him.
Good idea.
Pepper.
Is there a second use for pepper? If not, that's potential.
No, we've never found a second use for pepper.
We haven't really found a second use for most things, though.
That's true.
I feel that's a large oversight of this game.
Oh, I don't think I ever went, look. You can see the glowing front side of the wedge. I don't think I ever went back into a boss room since we did that. I guess I've been in Tiamat's room. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't fathom what it would be. I can try to use pepper on, let's see how much time I have, 10 minutes. I can try to use pepper on the faces in the Gate of Illusion, which I think I've done before, but I didn't do in this playthrough for sure. I don't think there's anything there. But there sure are a lot of faces. Here's a face. Have some pepper, face. Pepper for you, and you. Double faces. Oh, the Elder wrote me something. That's interesting. Oh, he finished his rug. That's the last thing we'll do tonight. We'll check out his rug.
I'm surprised he was actually keeping track of that.
Faces, Pepper. Oh no. Pepper. Oh, that face is hard to get to. How do I get there?
Yeah, but it's also covered by a wall, so it really wouldn't be an entry. I doubt.
That's just what they want you to think.
It's true.
Pepper.
It's the perfect spot.
Okay. That's all the faces that went down from here. Here's a couple faces. Here's more faces. Yeah, I don't think this is going to yield anything. In La Mulana 2, you actually have to pay for Pepper. Pepper for you.
You use it more than once.
Kind of.
You have to pepper one of these, I guess. It's a good spot to make it difficult.
I would say you use the pepper to solve the same puzzle 5 times. How about that? Or 4 times.
But you have to buy it so you can use it over and over again.
You get a certain number of uses.
Okay. That makes sense. There's only so much pepper in a shaker.
Yeah, it's a consumable. I don't think I can get to that face to the right.
Well, you must be able to. There were pits. Oh no, that's where the demon blood was dropping.
Oops.
That room still has to do something.
I'm with you. I think it's suspicious. And yet, yeah, I cannot reach that face. Alright, we'll go check out the Elder's Rug and we'll call it. Unless anybody has any last minute wonderful ideas to try. The Elder has a rug.
Still, the wind just sure is howling today. Nothing useful.
I might even buy some weights just so I don't have to if I ever play this save again.
Is there a way you can show the Elder your software?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
You can only show them stuff you hold in your hands.
Okay. It'd be nice if he gave you hints as to what software did.
For the sake of not spoiling La Mulana 2, I will talk in some vagaries, but there is a character who gives you hints about software combinations. There are a lot of hint characters in that game. Well, I guess that is going to conclude then La Mulana Epilogue. I mean, I had fun tonight. I appreciate you guys sticking around with me, and we, for the sake of people watching on YouTube, we're going to take a break from streaming for a while. It sounds like we're eyeballing maybe doing something else sometime in early next year. So tune back in for that. But that was La Mulana, the entire game, and then a little bit more, and not quite every puzzle. Thanks for streaming with me, guys.
Have a good night.
And good night.
Ciao.
Take care.